try to help students before they graduate to answer a simple question, what next? By doing this, we have an online course that's gonna teach them the complexity of a business, complete from A to Z, in an easy way to understand. I mean, I know a lot of the professionals that even work in the business have that problem. So, this, student loans are 1.3 trillion. Our goal is by teaching them something about the business, they're going to decide better about their future careers. Problems, solutions, why now, market size. So students need better jobs. We all know this. Everybody wants the job that actually we're going to give them a better paycheck. And in 2014, student loans were over $120 billion, and the repayments are not that very well. This solution is very simple. We're going to use an online course that they can take it. It takes like about 16 hours. It's done over the course of the year. And they're going to learn about what is the business, IT, and all the complexity of the career path associated. Why now? There is a new law. In 2009, the Department of Education found out that a lot of students, they don't pay their loan. So they came up with a law, basically. In July 1st, 2015, Department of Education, they had this gainful employment regulation that says, look, college, you have to do something about this. Market size for this course, we're looking at 1,400. So this is basically 1,400 programs with 840,000 students who not pass even the accountability standard. And there are over 70 million students in US. Competition. You have only career advisor. Where you go, there is a career center. Right now it's becoming more important, where you actually go and you ask a lot of questions, but obviously very little answers are coming from there. Product, we sell it to college advisors. It's a web-based SaaS platform, but at the same time, it's like an online course which the career advisor can track the progress of the student. Product status, we're already talking to college advisor, looking to start in the fall. It's business model, subscription-based. We're looking at $25 per year per student. Low-cost operation, market size, we're looking at 12,000 colleges, 17 million students in US. We have 5 co-founders with a wide range of experience. And this is basically endorsement that we pretty much, because the key secrets that I haven't taught here is what is this framework that we teach students about, how can we teach them. So we just received an endorsement from Michael McGrath, which is not only the top part of worldwide experts, but I think is the only one that successfully created a framework for companies actually to run their business in the supply chain and for new product development. And we have the part 2, which is the getgscore.com. Once the student graduates with this new methodology, which actually we track their progress during their career. Means if we give them like a score, similar to the way you have a credit score in financial, this is going to give you a credit score into your career. So we're looking at the website. Okay. So at the basis, basically this course gives 2 tools to the student. One of them is what I call the business genome map, in which it describes all the processes, how they are related to each other, all the cycles, everything that goes into a company. There are about 130 processes. If you go to our site, basically it's so-called the model, and it's going to explain you how basically we derive this. The second piece of, the second tool that we give the students is something so-called foundational career path. You will be surprised, with all the variety of jobs out there are only 10 foundational career paths into a company, regardless of the size, regardless of the business model, or the second one that we're talking about is GetGScore. This is the one that actually, it allows you to actually track visually someone's career and identify barriers, and you assign him a score and identify various shortcomings or what would be the next in his career and all that. That's about it. I tried to keep it in 5 minutes. mention one more time, it's 25 years worth of work behind this. Questions?
That new law that was implemented in July 2015, that main focus was, I believe, for-profit colleges and educators. How is the general college and university market looking at your program now? Are you getting some traction on that?
Okay, we actually talked with a few colleges that are in kind of the Ivy League. If they say something like this is going to come their way. Actually, the 1.3 trillion is not only coming for nonprofits. It's a vast majority, but even if you graduate to MIT in the international market, there is an awareness. If you look at all the colleges right now, everybody's revamping their career center. And they consider that as it, especially if you look, right now you got online courses. Why should I pay $60,000 at MIT when I go online courses? So I think that there is an awareness that finding a job is the most important thing for a college education. Does that answer the question?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
What is the range of careers that you can advise about? Like, is it all, engineers, or is it also marketing, that kind of stuff?
100%. There is absolutely no career that is outside this, outside our model. Like in marketing, engineering, business management, CEO, everything is within the same confinement. And the reason is because, believe it or not, the company actually has a certain internal laws based on which they are organized, that they're not local, no matter if you're a small shop in a corner or you are the largest corporation on the earth. Yes? Yes.
Is your customer colleges, or is it individual students, or both?
We were looking, ideally we would like to sell to the individual students, but I think that it's more important to go to the career advisors because they're recurring revenue. Instead of chasing every year a new student, we go to a college advisor, and we believe that if you're going to go that route, it's going to be much easier.
So I'm a little bit confused on what this course is supposed to do. Are you trying to get somebody to know what their career path should be, or how they can pay back their debt?
Look, it's almost like, they are carved in stone. They are 10 career paths. Fundamentally, you can go into our site and even explore them. There are only 10 fundamental career paths in a business. This is it. Despite the fact there are probably 135, even more positions, but they are all linked into only 10 career paths that is going to take the whole life to reach there. We can show you over there how to reach a CEO, a CMO, CFO, SVP of sales, CTO, all these are related. Is that answer your question?
Not really.
So,
am I supposed to know what I want to be at the end of my career? Like, do I have to know that I want to be a CEO or a CFO? If I'm a college student starting out, there's plenty of us that even if we do go to our career counselor, it doesn't really help for them to be like, oh yes, this is what a CEO will do, because I might want to become a chemical engineer that's not necessarily looking for that business sort of viewpoint. It's more of a...
Yes, perfect question. It's almost like, there are only 10 cities where my airline goes, or my bus goes. But I decide when I go to California, I'm going to stop in Vegas, and I'm never going to go further. So instead of becoming a CEO, I just want to be, the chief operations, or I want to be the manager of the product development. This career is basically, you're never going to have a CEO who starts as an intern. That is an intern. So he has to go career path. And that's what we show you. Yes.
How much information do you collect from a student before you embark upon the course?
0.
So therefore, you don't personalize your content to the student.
The reason is because all businesses are absolutely the same, regardless of the size. There is only for variation based on the business model. It's absolutely the same. Yes?
You said there are
10, just to be strikingly specific number. How did you decide that on the 10, and what were 3 of them, or 2 of them, or something?
Okay, I'll give you an example, CTO, the chief technology, which is responsible of the new product, is based on the fundamental cycles on the business. And there's something like, basically a manager, how you become a manager has a career path that leads to the CFO. Financing, how you lead to the CFO. And in this, if you're going to go to the website, you're going to see the exact model, which is start from very simple to the most complicated. So based on the fundamental cycles of what the company does, are coming with those 10 careers. Yes?
I'm confused how that helps people pay down debt. And 2, you said you talked to some Ivy Leagues. I mean, when you go to Ivy League, your network will make sure you always get a job that pays well. So I'm just not understanding what the value of bringing to the school.
Okay, first of all, it's very simple. This is a $25 that will allow you to understand what a business does. And the whole piece, that by understanding having this map and the compass is going to help you make a better decision. Side bet. This is it.
Thank you.